Hello, folks. Right, okay. Why do I think the church is knackered? What are the biggest reasons? Because people in church want the church to be a safe place. Yeah, that's one reason. And I've said before, because the teachers, speakers, pastors, they've been to something like the Bible colleges to be trained. And basically, that's factory, really, making churchy people being of the world. Ugh. All of it. There's just so much. Yeah, this whole point about, when a speaker, again, on Sunday, that speaker, what he did was so bad. And the people in that church that go to that church all the time, well, did any of those people say, excuse me, that's really bad. Why are you doing this? We know it already. So why are you doing this? Obviously, God didn't tell you to do this. They won't do it. I was thinking when I was there, maybe I should stand up and say, excuse me, you're basically saying we've got a priest in heaven, yes? Okay. I've heard this so many times, and most people here have heard this already. So why are you doing it? But again, it's my first time in that church. So, yeah. It's not my job to do it. It's their job to do it. The people in that church. Because they should care about other people in that church. But what do they care more about? The people or people liking them? Yeah, it's all of it is nasty. And again, will they talk about what's happening in the world right now? No. No. Again, will they talk about what I'll be reacting on Facebook? Will they talk about that? Saying boys, have to do that class thing about not abusing women and girls because maybe their father reacted to the mother abusing him. And everyone now thinks the father is an abuser. Yeah, because obviously the mother can't be abuser. Will they talk about that? No. No, because someone could be offended by that. Right? It's madness. Yeah, it's like the pastor of the Pentecostal church. He was voting for Trump because he thought Trump will make things easier for the churches in America. Make it easier. Come on. Have you read the Bible at all? Even I was talking earlier about, waiting for God to do things. Okay? I knew years ago, if the walk is not hard, then maybe it's not the path to go to God. Because the Bible said, I knew that. The narrow path would be hard. So why the bloody hell would that pastor from America think voting for Trump will make it easier for the church? Why would he want things to be easier? When things are hard, people go to God. When things are easy, they don't go to God. Right? Yeah. It's so incredibly stupid. It's beyond stupid. It's insane. It's insane. It's not that pastor knows what the Bible says. But the problem is they know how to basically say what the Bible says is different and what it means is completely different. They know how to do that. They've been reading books about it, how to change what the meaning is to make it less. Oh, yeah. No. It's bizarre. All of this is just bizarre to me. Yeah. All of it is just bizarre. It's mad. Well, for me, it is. It's just madness. People want things to be easy. And if you offend someone, they go to the pastor and complain. And when they complain, the pastor wants to ban you rather than saying to that person, excuse me, go to God about it. Why are you complaining to me? Go to God about it. If God says come to me, then come to me. But go to God. Because maybe that person was right. If that person says you're wrong, maybe they were right. But that takes balls to do that. You have to have balls to do that. But they don't have them. Yeah. They have no courage at all. As I say, part of the problem is when the pastor, or whatever he thinks he is, the teacher, pastor, whatever he thinks he is, if he's coming from a different country, that makes everything harder. So again, why are they choosing? In Kent and London, they have so many pastors from Africa. Why? Why? Are they the best people now to talk about God and what God is doing right now? Of course not. No. No chance at all. Their country is not that good, is it really? Like America. Most of the countries in Africa, they've got big issues. The church is not sorting that out, right? So why go there? Because, again, The way they do things is different, and it's the way it is right now. People want that. It's like, wearing the right clothes. So now, basically, in Scotland, in Elgin, they go to America to get the pastor. In London and Kent, they might go to America as well, but they go to Africa as well for the pastor, because the way they do things, especially Pentecostal or the other word for that sort of church. When they're dancing and putting their hands up, the way the African people do it and the music they use is, a bit exciting for people, I suppose. But it is exactly like, wanting the right phone and, the right clothes and the right trainers and that sort of. It's exactly fashion. It's the fashion now to have people from Africa. It's not because God is saying, get those people. I know, it's obvious. Blinking obvious. Because I've gone to an African church and I see what they do, and it's not of God. Now, again, I can't say all those churches are the same. Of course not. No. There might be some churches that are doing better. But right now, again, I've been in churches for years and years and years and years, and I've seen it going worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and how it is now. Again, years ago. Baptist church won't talk about, John 15, especially when it's talking about the branches not having fruit. They don't talk about that. They never talked about that at all. Because, is it true? It's obviously, it's as true as other things. If you don't think that's true, then obviously you don't think any of it is true, right? Now, again, I've said about the Bible, of course. You can't just trust the Bible. If you think you can be led by the Bible, you're wrong. But again, good luck. Exactly, good luck. I really wish you good luck, because you're going to bloody need it. Because you have to be led by the Spirit, not the Bible. But again, different churches think, some churches think, you have to be led by the Bible. And again, most people right now want a safe church. So that's good enough for me. I know if you want a safe church, you're not of God. I know that. I know you're not of God. Because I know what the Bible says about the road, the path we should be on. It ain't bloody safe. We know that. It's not safe. It says it's not bloody safe. The wide road is safe. So as soon as the church says it's a safe place, you know straight away. Okay, this church is on the wide road, not a narrow road. Straight away. Boom. I know. Again, people were saying, oh no, you can't say that, because obviously they're saying safe, but what they mean by safe, no, don't bloody use the word safe. A safe place. A safe place means now what? You can't say something that could offend people. You have to have promised to not try to offend people in a safe place. Sod that. When they do the Friday thing, or once a month, the food, I've been banned from them, because why? I was talking about God. Someone got offended because I'm talking about God in a bloody church, right? I'm talking about God in a church, and someone got offended. They complained to Paul, who does it, and Paul banned me because of it. Why? Because Paul is not of God. He never will be. Never will be. He's chosen his path. But he said years ago that the way he thinks is different. The way he wants to do things is different from most people in the church. Yeah, well, not really. It's basically the same. Banning people. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But as I say, you can see straight away. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy. I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.